Hi, Dushiela. How are you doing?
Hi, Thomas. I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm looking forward to this beautiful conversation. We've invited the Divine Mother, the Universal Mother Mary, to speak with us.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. So, we've asked the mother some questions, and hopefully, you enjoy her responses.
Yeah. Greetings. I am the Mother, the Divine Mother, Universal Mother, Mother of all, and sweet children of my heart, Mother of you.
Welcome, Mother. It's an honor and a privilege to have you with us in the sacred space. Welcome.
And I share the same honor to be asked, to be welcomed to this conversation. So, dear Dushiela, where do you wish to begin?
So, Mother, I'm going to start with a very light-hearted question to ease us into it. So, as a human mother, I'm very pleased when my children are happy and they're doing well in their lives. So, as Divine Mother, as Mother of all, what pleases you when you consider all your children on earth?
We are not much different, you know. The quality of mother, the character of that role is essentially to embody the divine qualities of the Great Mother, of my essence. So, in other words, by assuming the role of the mother, you are opening yourself to the experience of being the mother, of being in alignment with the divine love, with my essence, with my being. So it is completely shared. Those desires of your heart for your children are the same as mine. I only wish for my children, all of the children, especially those that are in a dire situation or experiencing a difficult time, to be joyous, to be in this life and to have this life as an expression of their joy, of their being. If this is missing, I try to find the ways how that can be amended, how that can be shifted around. How can I provide my love and my care to all those children so that they can regain back that beautiful state of joy? So I hope I've answered the question. If not, let me know. I can be more specific.
You have, you have. Thank you, Mother, and thank you for all the love that you do pour out on us. So maybe the second question that I have could be linked to the first one as well. So some people spend a lot of time and energy searching for their mission and their purpose in life. And sometimes an impression is created that they will never be satisfied or happy or joyous until they live their mission or their purpose. So my question is everyone created to fulfill a specific mission or purpose in life?
Yes. And now to be more descriptive, that is true. The mission and the purpose can be very open and broad. It is not also that you came there to this life to, and let me give specific examples. Write a book about topic, something, or to raise up this child to be the mother, or to work as such. Those are not part of your mission. In your mind, you term it as goals or milestones, but the mission itself often is very open and is very, how to say that? It allows you a greater sense of freedom. Imagine that you, as a divine being, decide to come and be here on earth, to have the human experience. Do you think you would create a limiting mission for yourself to fulfill a specific, very narrow role and then to come back? That is not truth, and that is not how it works. The mission and how the soul arranges the journey is in much broader, well, we can call it lessons. And the lesson is very broad term because the specificity of the lesson can be experienced in so many ways. Yet the lesson, when it's learned, when it's experienced, it's fulfilled. And the soul has reached the completion in this phase. That was how it got fulfilled. That is how you have fulfilled the mission. You are constantly being guided by your soul. And the entire journey of your life as a sequence, not always in the order, but it is a sequence of such lessons, of such fulfillments, and it is as natural as breathing. There is no need for you to feel depressed that you don't know, or that you don't have a slightest idea what you're supposed to be. Let me tell you, the goal, the overall goal for every human experience is to be present, is to express one's expression of love, to enjoy the experience to the fullest, and to have a good time for you and for everyone around. That is the goal. And if you felt constrained by any of the ideas, and yes, these are the ideas, let them go. Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to have that joyous experience. Allow yourself to feel the love in the moment with your friends and family, to have that sense of being supported and belonging. That is the part of the experience. So I hoped I covered the topic.
Absolutely, Mother. Thank you. And I really don't think I need to add anything to that. That is so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Mother. So my next question is, when we want to manifest something in the world, maybe a job or a house or a relationship, and it may take a while to arrive sometimes, we may attribute this delay to divine timing. We often use the word, everything happens in divine timing. Is there such a thing as divine timing? And if so, how would you explain that to us, Mother?
With pleasure. Well, let's give you a simple example. You wake up tomorrow and you find yourself that you have won the lottery. This is a simple example. You have all the money, you have all the financial needs covered for you and perhaps for the entire family. What are you going to do?
Some people may be stumped. Some people may have had plans already, so they'll know what they want to do. They may pay off all their debt. They may buy a new car if they need a new car. They may help their family and friends if anyone is in financial need. So I guess there could be a variety of responses by different people.
Exactly. And there is also readiness factor. If you happen to, let's say, reach the goal of your heart, your desire, right away, or in a short period, let's say the next day, how would you react? There is a period of adjustment because the change, if it's too fast, abrupt, it puts you in a discomfortable situation, even if the change is positive, even if the change is in your highest good. There is an adjustment period. The same goes for your human relationships. You find your love, a partner, which you decide the next day to get married. Well, you might be in that energy, but it is a wise choice. Again, there is a pace and there is adjustment. So in a way you can say, yes, there is a divine timing. In the higher realms, in the more subtle and more gentle expressions of your being that are not that dense. I'm saying of that density of you, of the form, of the physicality. The changes can be much faster. The creations can appear from nowhere and you are ready to receive them already. So they can manifest immediately. That can happen also in the physical form too. But the readiness, your ability to be in that energy of which you wish to create, of which you wish to bring, to have that energy within you already, that is something that is being built up.
Okay. Thank you, Mother.
Does it explain?
Yes, it does. So we receive things, we manifest things when we are ready and we are vibrating in the right energy as well. So readiness is a huge factor. Thank you.
Let me extend one short phrase. You create what you have within yourself, within your heart. The energy of what you have within you is what you create. If you wish to have abundance, either financial or having love and partnership or anything at all, that acceptance, receiving that within you has to come first. Then you are ready to receive it in the outer reality, in the physical form. So, yes, you need to build up the desires within your heart until you feel worthy, until you feel they're already there, even they have not fully anchored in the physical form. And then just to allow it to come through. I know it's simple, it sounds simple, but in the human experience, there is a big trust factor that needs to build up. And it builds up from the ground level, from the smallest to the biggest. And you already had some experiences of that. You can call it miracles. We call it creation and manifestation. For it is the same for us. And it is a beautiful process.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mother. And it's a wonderful experience and a wonderful feeling when we do receive things in our lives and we do receive miracles. So thank you. Okay, Mother. So my next question that I'd like you maybe just to speak about is so over a long period of time, people have been conditioned to go through authority figures like priests and gurus to connect with Mother, Father, God. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging that. But I feel that in this new age, we are being encouraged to form and strengthen our own direct connection and relationship with Mother, Father, God. Would you like to speak about this a little bit, please, Mother?
You are correct. And I again speak in no judgment here. There are those of you that are so used to living in the beautiful experience of flow, of love, of joy, of being connected and interconnected. That is such a strong anchoring within your soul that you wish and desire from the depth of your heart to have that experience. And in your current human or past human experience, being a priest was the only option that you saw as the pathway of your heart. It was the only option that you perceived as something that will deliver that will help you to reconnect back, to have that state of being. So that's why you have followed those paths. Now, as you have expressed, and as I've said, it is true, this is now being opened to everyone. The state of being in which you express yourself fully, freely, joyously, is opening up for everyone. No longer there will be select few that are compelled to go on a difficult path, assuming that and holding that for the entire collective. Everyone in their own ability and expression are being asked to do that, to live fully and completely. And we know it's a difficult transition from the limited state of, well, how you lived so far. So yes, this is the process.
So it's part of our awakening journey.
It is part of the awakening journey. It is part of the shift of the planet. And it is a beautiful transition. Let me give you an example. If you were to connect with, and you will soon, with one of the galactic families, any being, regardless of their position, either the chief of command, the council member, or the mechanic, caretaker, healer, gardener, anyone. If you ask them, what is the connection? What is the level of joy and experience and freedom? Without hesitation, they would say that it is a right to live in that space. In that way, it is inconceivable to have something else. So in a way, you are transitioning to that level of society, to that level of freedom.
Okay, so what I get from that is that the galactics are at a higher level in terms of, shall we say, intelligence, in terms of knowing, in terms of knowing what the essence is, and we are awakening to that level, and our path is to walk that level, to evolve in that way so that we can also know what our essence is and to live from that essence, which is joy and love and truth and knowing that we are divinity at our core.
There is a variety of different, you can say, levels. I would call it frequency, vibration, or openness to love. And those galactic families, those civilizations already have extended their help and support, their guidance through channeled messages or through contactees. So this is already going on. And their role, as the role of the older sibling, is to help out, is to guide and mentor along the way.
Okay, wonderful. And I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about that as time goes on. So thank you for
Yes.
that, Mother. Okay, well, I guess when people are ready. Thank you. So maybe just a little bit linked to that, not totally, but maybe a little bit. I want to say that we have human laws on earth, man-made laws that our courts abide by. And then there are also universal laws that govern the universe, govern the different planets, galaxies, etc. And I want to ask you, Mother, is there a specific universal law that you would like to speak about? Maybe one that we could focus more on to bring about faster change for the betterment of all on earth?
There are many laws that could be applied, and I'll mention a few. So, as you know, you're dealing with a lot of surfacing shadows, and the laws that are applicable here is the law of transmutation. Often there is a core of the shadow that needs to reintegrate with yourself. It was shunned aside because it did not belong in the societal rules, and it is part of you. As I have mentioned, reunification, the universal law of unity, that you come together as one family, one planet, one civilization, even though you are very different in the cultures and the races. It doesn't matter. It is important that you recognize that you are one group, one planet. Those minor differences are not important. Another universal law which will help you to anchor your soul essence is as within, so without, as above, so below. This is one universal law that tells you that the soul, that the creator within your soul are the ones creating and directing your experience. And it is being directed from the higher realms, from the levels of frequency that is love. When this is applied, you allow your soul to express with kindness, with love, with compassion to yourself, to everyone else. And of course, there is for things that are not meant to be and are to be released, there is a universal law of dispensation, of mercy, of forgiveness. For this is just one expression of freeing yourself of what does not belong. You let it go. It's simple as that. So those 4 universal laws that I've just mentioned are very important for you at this point of time. And as you have just listened to, those are how the universe, how the creation and creator operates. It is how the energy flows, how the creation unfolds. And these laws are a guidance system for you to live in a harmonious ways. Compared to human laws, which are mostly restrictions, what you should not do, or what is the punishment of overstepping, that is completely different consciousness that has brought these restrictions. And they are not of love. Restricting yourself is not a love, does not comply with the universal laws. The one document that aligns with them, and there are others that deem the highest qualities of the God and Creator and assume it in the form of declaration, declaring the freedom, declaring the divine right and alignment with the Creator. Those documents are aligned. Unfortunately, the rest is not. So does it answer your question? Or is there something else that you wish to clarify?
No, I think that answers my question. And I think the more people that can become familiar with these universal laws, and as we start applying them more and more in our lives, it definitely will help us with moving towards more unity consciousness and just bringing more love and joy onto the planet. Um, yeah, thank you, Mother. So, Mother, thank you very much for sharing all your wisdom with us. And I think we can end the conversation there. And just the last question is an open question to you. So, what is your parting message to us today, Mother?
I also wish to express my gratitude for being kind enough to welcome me in this conversation. I hope that I answer the questions in a way that you understand. I know there is a translation layer, and how to describe it? The subtle qualities, energies, and the ways how the energy moves is being translated through words, through transmission, and not always it is translated in a way that fully, completely, and immediately sinks in. So, if there is always something that you need to clarify for it, for it to sink in deeply, please do so. As a parting message, I wish to invite everyone that listens to this conversation and everyone else that wants to feel the love, wants to feel the presence and gentleness of the Creator and of themselves, to open their heart and to welcome that experience, to welcome me, to welcome themselves. I am the mother, which means that I am present with all my children in the subtlest ways. I never abandoned any of you. I allowed you to express yourself freely, and you have wounded yourself, bruised yourself, and now it's time for you to come back, to rejoin back, to be taken care of, to shake off the dust, and to walk, to dance, to run and to fly, and yes, to swim. Whatever you choose, to be in joy, to be in the flow of love that you are. That is my desire. So thank you again. And as I say farewell in this conversation, I just step aside for you to continue, but I'm always available, always present, always at your call. Farewell.
Farewell, Mother. Thank you. Thank you.